Book one is done, came out successful. How long did it take you to write book two, and when did that come in between book one? So book one is on the street, out, doing well. You knew that it was going to be a book two because you ended the story that way. So
Right.
did Terry Woods know that it was going to be a book two? Well, of course she knew the book was ending. So how long did it take between getting that book written and to the streets?
Well, it took approximately 18 months the first,
Okay.
and usually when I write a book, usually it takes me anywhere between 3 to 5 weeks because my main inspiration is music.
Right.
And so I throw on that music that put me in that mind frame, like the Mobb Deep or the Raekwon and the Cuban Links and the Jay-Z. I throw that on, and basically I just let my mind zone. And so 3 to 5 weeks after that, we got a finished product.
Okay. So 3 to 5 weeks you can write a complete manuscript.
Exactly.
I'm showing your covers on the television screen as we speak now. So as you speak, the picture that's on your website, um, and we can give out your MySpace website, right?
Definitely give out the MySpace.
Okay, myspace.com/ Kwame Freedom. Because that's what I used. So I'm telling y'all that because that's what I used, and I got to the space and I got to see the information and read it. It's a really interesting site. So definitely check out the site, myspace.com/ Kwame T. Kwame Freedom, excuse me. But your name is Kwame T, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's my.
That's your name. And you
Yeah,
write under the pen name of Dutch.
exactly.
Okay, so we like that. So Dutch 2 hit the street, right? You finish it, you give her the manuscript. Now, do you get approvals of covers before they hit the street? Because I would think that when I saw the cover of Dutch 2 as the writer, your name was nowhere on the cover.
Exactly. You can see between what was said in the back of what was said in the back of Ghetto Sam, between one and two, how it changed. Because in the back of Ghetto Sam it says Dutch by Kwame Teague, and it also tells you that Kwame Teague is also working on a book called Dutch in the little foreword of Ghetto Sam. By book two, it turned into Story by Dutch, and then by book one it was Story by Dutch, and then by book two my name is nowhere up there because at that time Terry was ready to absorb the whole fame thing and just run with it. I mean, basically the relationship changed right there. That was when the relationship really went downhill.
When you didn't see your name on the cover of book 2,
Exactly.
that's when the relationship sort of went sour.
Yeah, not
And what was her excuse for that?
but that was the result or the manifesting of what was already in her heart. So it was basically the actions that produced that really made us fall apart. But that was just the manifestation of what was already taking place.
Well, because I can say, as being in the book business, seeing the Terry Woods name on top of the book, we all, as readers, consumers, people that picked up that book, that product, we all assumed that Terry Woods was the writer.
Exactly.
We
That was
all assumed that,
that was
right?
the See, what happened with two around that time is when the one thing what kept me with Terry so long. We always had problems, we always beef, we always bumped heads. But what really kept me with Terry and kept me dedicated to us, her cause was she wanted to stay independent. She wanted to keep it a black independent book company that was going to go strong and stand on its own.
Right.
And with the Dutch one, the major missing around. So by Dutch two, you got to realize she had through to the game. Dutch one, and she had to be more careful. And now the majors are saying, you know what, maybe there's some money in this because we got to remember that Terry was one of the first ones to really bring this genre back from back when Donald Goins and
And
Iceberg.
Iceberg Slim, correct. Correct. You are correct in that. Outside of Triple Crown.
Right,
Now,
but
Triple Crown,
Shannon was one of the dudes who was instrumental in starting Triple Crown along with Vicky Stringer. So he left Terry and helped start Triple Crown. So Terry really, like I said, was the forerunner, and she was the one that really made the majors open up and say, you know what, there's some money in this. And she turned down a couple of deals. To her credit, I got to give her that. But I guess by two, she just really said, okay, well, if I'm going to turn down deals, I'm going to make the best of the situation for myself here. And so that's when she started to usurp the whole limelight and say, okay, well, now I'm Terry Woods. And, you know, the irony of the situation is she wanted to stay black and independent, but now she turned that independence into being single-handedly taking over the industry when she didn't do it by herself.
No, she didn't do it by herself, and she couldn't do it by herself. And we as readers are invested in her books, but we're still confused. We're still baffled at the whole Terry Woods publishing, Terry Woods book series, Terry Woods whatever. So the books aren't coming out as fast as we want them to come out. People have been waiting around. How long for Dutch the finale? How long have we been waiting for this book to hit the streets?
About 2 years.
How long?
About 2 years.
At least 2 years. At least 2 going on 3 years since Dutch 2 hit the streets, and now Dutch 3 is out the finale, but it's out to limited access.
Exactly.
So let's talk.
And that's as we speak, we're starting to open up, expand distribution as we speak.